Hello and welcome everyone. This is Blackadder's Place. I welcome you to Monday stream. And yeah, well, as I have been saying for a bit of a time already, today you're gonna be heading into a new game, and it's going to be Dune 2 in the end. I was also sideways looking at Dune 1, but there are actually two versions of it. One is without the voices and there's another one with the voices. But the one that would be the proper for the full experience is unfortunately kinda hard to get running on Windows 10, so I'm gonna have to look into that a bit more if it's even possible to get it going. But in the meantime, well, you're gonna be continuing with a proper strategy, because the first one is a combination of adventure, strategy and stuff like that. Here, it's gonna be pretty much a thing that is considered the very first real-time strategy done, Dune 2, the building of a dynasty. Yeah, I used to play this game on Amiga. I finished all the 3 campaigns in there. Way back, it's gonna be 20 years or something like that, when I actually finished it first time, so it's gonna be quite an interesting path down the memory lanes. I'm kinda glad that those games are still preserved. And yeah, well, I kinda guess we're kinda heading into it, and the first thing probably is going to be right about now looking into the introduction and into the intro overall. Really? That's only this? No, that is actually a whole new, or not a whole new, a whole intro, so I'm probably gonna have to be launching it again, though it's a bit tricky. Hopefully it's gonna be kinda working alright, because, yeah, OBS is kinda not entirely all that happy picking up the window on the first try. Let's try and see if maybe this time it's gonna be catching. Maybe I kinda misclicked. Oh, I did not. Okay, so let's kinda quit and launch it again, because I want to be having the whole intro. There is an intro. So let's get it going, let's find it here, and okay, I'm gonna need to minimize it because otherwise it's gonna be too big, I think. Yeah, because it runs in full screen, but I want to be having it on a smaller one so that I can be better controlling it. That's a bit more favorable to watch. Let's kinda see. Okay, right now it should be fine.
Dune, the building of a dynasty. The planet Arrakis, known as Dune. Land of sand. Home of the spice, melange. The spice controls the empire. Whoever controls Dune controls the spice. The Emperor has proposed a challenge to each of the houses.
The house that produces the most spice will control Dune. There are no set territories and no rules of engagement.
Vast armies have arrived. Now, 3 houses fight for control of Dune. The noble Atreides. The insidious Ordos. And the evil Harkonnen. Only one house will prevail. Your battle for Dune begins now.
This is so cool for me. Yeah, I just remember playing it on Amiga. It was so awesome time back then. And it was like one of the hates of real-time strategy gaming that I used to enjoy. And it didn't really bother me at all, because you're gonna be seeing soon enough that plenty of things that we take for granted right about now weren't present there at all. The plane is gonna be slightly interesting in that way. But yeah, well, of course the game also accounted for it, with having a bit of a like slower pace, not really all that high amount of units and everything like that. So it should be quite fine indeed. And yeah, but I can imagine this is actually going to be older than and a lot of people actually watching me. So yeah, this came in 1992, so at about now it's 27 years old. Quite a solid ripe age right there. So I kinda guess let's kinda get going. We're gonna be having 3 campaigns. And we're gonna be probably starting just in order, it doesn't really matter all that much. When I played it, I remember that I had most problems with Ordos. I played it as the last one. Because the special unit is a bit tricky. It converts enemy units into your own, and it requires micro. And I was playing it at like, I don't know, 10 years old, whatever like that. Then that was slightly not entirely what I was capable of. Right, proper. Maybe today it's gonna be a bit different. I'm probably gonna be just starting with the Atreides there.
House Atreides.
House Atreides, Caladan, home planet of the Atreides, has a warm, calm climate and the lands are lush and green. Do I need to click through, or is it timed? It's timed. The rich soils and mild weather supports an extensive variety of agricultural activities. In recent centuries, industrial and technological development has added to the prosperity of the Caladanian peoples. Caladanian peoples. Oh, yes, we do. No, okay, good job, Piper, then. With the building section of the tooltip. Yeah, I can definitely imagine so. Okay, together we will purge this planet of the foulness of the other houses. Well, that's gonna be our task here, obviously. The High Command wishes you to produce 1000 credits. Okay, so that's gonna be the goal for the first mission, apparently. You may earn credits by building a refinery and harvesting spice. Alright. Okay, guess let's proceed. Okay, so there we go. And of course, we don't have any kind of selection of everything. We basically need to be microing unit by unit. So this is actually quite a good training for today's RTSs, because you really need to be clicking on each and every single one and microing it properly. Luckily, as far as I have seen, you can either move them like this way, through clicking and mouse, so Shelty would be kinda happy about it. But you can also apparently use hotkeys on that, so I'm not entirely right now positive it was in the original as well. I really don't remember how I played it 20 years ago. But it is definitely gonna be making it a bit easier to move units around and stuff like that. Okay, not attack. Just move and...
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Okay, so there is this is the spice. So that's where you're gonna be harvesting, and there is also... Oh, okay.
From the south.
There's a bit of fun stuff already going on.
Infantry out. Yes, sir. Infantry out. Yes, sir. Infantry reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Our base is under attack. Enemy unit destroyed.
Yes, sir. Infantry. Yes, sir. Infantry reporting. Yes, sir. Infantry
I can see that basically only... I think that only the unit that is under attack is gonna be auto counter-attacking.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes,
No, it's not. And to basically finish my thought, the bit of a caveat with the spice is that you have the sandworms here. And they can be basically eating your units, and even, for example, even the harvesters. When you are on the sand,
Reporting.
but they cannot attack you on this basically hard ground that you see here. It's kind of like bland as a rock or whatever like that. You cannot be attacked there by
Yes, sir.
by the
Reporting.
sandworms, but otherwise outside it's kind of dangerous, especially you need to be
Yes, sir.
careful and micro with your harvesters so you don't really lose them. Construction facility, that's kind of the standard that you potentially, if you played Command and Conquer, you can be knowing it. It's fairly similar system. You can definitely see where they took their inspiration for their game. All structures are built by the construction facility, yeah, we know. So let's gonna build some. You need to be first, before you place the building, you need to be preparing foundations for it.
Complete.
It's concrete to make a sturdy foundation for your structures, because if you don't, I mean, like, you can maybe probably place even without it, but they're gonna be either suffering damage or something like that. And we can be right about now building Winter Power Center. Costs 300, you're starting at 989 credits, or 990, whatever like that. So, right now placing first those concrete stuffs first. I'm just gonna be checking if you can be placing it even. Isn't enough open concrete. Okay, so we need the concrete. I was kind of thinking that maybe it's actually some other structures that you can be building without it, but you're gonna be having problems with it, or I'm just confusing it with another game. Could be also the case. You may proceed to build. Oh no, I should be reading first. Enough open concrete to place this structure. You may proceed, but without enough concrete, the building will need repairs. Yeah, so it's gonna be getting kind of like not exactly well prepared. So need to be switching over. Nope, built a few more of those.
Reporting. Affirmative.
It's gonna position
Yes,
the dudes a
moving
bit
out.
more around here.
Construction complete.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out.
Yeah,
Moving
should be
out.
kind of careful about him.
Construction complete.
Luckily, when you are having those worms already in, you can kind of see when they are moving, because they're gonna be making the ripples on the sand if you are having everything properly seen and scouted.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
And you can basically see that even the construction and whatever like that is working fairly similarly to how it works in Command and Conquer. There also, when you have the spice, or rather the spice Tiberium, well, you can see it's really similar. And it's kind of like trickling down and up very similarly to this. Okay, so let's build our... Okay, so you're gonna be having right about now this.
Affirmative.
And you can be building right now spice refinery finally. Okay, so we're gonna be needing six concrete bars, or rather bars, or whatever like that. So let's
Reporting.
build it now, thinking below.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Report. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Warning, enemy unit approaching from the south.
Enemy approaching from the south, so it's gonna be somewhere here. Okay. Already killed, good. And the reason why we don't actually see anything on the minimap, our own base, is because we need special building for that. We need some kind of command center or whatever like that. If I remember correctly, before you're gonna be seeing it in
Moving
full.
out.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Oh, there is a dude here.
Affirmative.
Should be enough. Still kinda good on his points.
Enemy unit destroyed. Construction complete.
400. Gonna be significantly depleted at this point. So I'm thinking we might be having a bit of a look around. Just for funsies. With our fast moving object. AK Trike.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, a bit more ground to the top apparently where we can build on.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Gonna be getting one of those. Harvesters, so...
Atreides harvester deployed.
Yeah, they should be going kinda like automatically for the spice when you see it. You can of course task them into some other one. It's gonna be... yeah, right now he's harvesting. Let's gonna check around a bit more.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Just in case we already did have some encounter with the worms.
Affirmative.
It's a quite a
Acknowledged.
bountiful field here.
Warning, enemy unit approaching from the east.
Infantry reporting.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Yeah, basically attack
Yes,
round. No need for that anymore.
Affirmative.
We have killed him enough.
Acknowledged. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
And right now I'm not entirely certain, but I think you can be having only one harvester per refinery, or can you have actually more? Let's gonna check if you can maybe make a new one. No, but the point is that refinery can be holding only so much spice. You can see it's apparently only 1000, so if you need to be having a bit more in stockpile, you need to be building another one.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Oh, there's a dude here.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
98% already for him. Alright. Okay, there we go. With our gold. So, how much is it actually gonna be giving us right about now? Let's see. We started at about like 251 or something it was. That'd be kinda important to keep in mind. We're gonna be just straight in 2000?
Atreides harvester deployed.
No, it seems like about like 700 in health or something along those lines. Right now we are at 953, we are supposed to be getting 1000. So I guess let's gonna just scout a bit around and then we're gonna be ending the mission.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Warning, enemy unit approaching from the south.
Infantry reporting.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Maybe it could be just making a bit of a sub-quest to kill all green.
Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Infantry out. Reporting.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Okay, let's gonna head into the base. So I'm kinda interested in actually the harvester.
Reporting.
Uh,
Affirmative.
gonna like stop in harvesting so that it doesn't exactly get us over and basically finish the mission before we are ready.
Affirmative.
So let's keep them more busy in there.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Just want to be scouting first and maybe really discovering all green that we can on the map. Possible. I'm not entirely certain if it's gonna be giving us like some extra points. I wouldn't assume so all that much. Wouldn't be thinking there were really all that many achievements back then.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Warning, enemy unit approaching from the south.
It's kinda cool that they're even having like a special music for fights here. And like maybe even like a dynamic switching of the music.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Okay,
Enemy unit destroyed.
already taking some damage, but there shouldn't be all that many people here around anymore.
Affirmative.
And you can see that right now we are actually getting slowed,
Affirmative.
because we are damaged already. Quite a nice effect. For such an early RTS, the very first one.
Reporting.
Yeah, apparently we are suddenly better.
Acknowledged.
And not really smoking anymore.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
I don't assume they are auto-repairing or something. I think you need to build in for that.
Acknowledged.
Kind of repair station, if it's even possible
Reporting.
here.
Affirmative. Report. Acknowledged.
Okay, so I think that we have pretty much discovered everything, so that should be
Reporting.
it.
Acknowledged.
As far as all the green. So let's get the harvester at 100% and yeah, finish the mission, I guess.
Your mission is complete.
Okay, so that was the first one, just to basically get us acquainted with the basics. I'm assuming that the second one is gonna be a bit more about the military already. And AJ would achieve your goal with very little trouble. I look forward to assisting you in future missions. Okay, so we get about like 1400. Oh yeah, and actually we did get some kind of achievements. Okay, so we're right. We're trying to continue and basically delete everybody in that desert mongoose. Yeah. Okay. Time 40 minutes. We have even leaderboard here. Is it like 5 letters only? It seems to me that it might be. Oh yeah, it definitely seems. Yeah, I cannot put anything in there. Okay, let's just go with black, I guess. Or maybe just other. Atreides Desert Mongoose.